Hello there, I'm glad to see you back again. This month I have a really special treat for you because I've invited one of my friends, Kristen Vincent, to come in and spend the month with you. She is the author of the book, A Bead and a Prayer, and the following book, Another Bead, Another Prayer, and even more exciting, her new book is now available, and you'll find it on the My Quiet Spaces website, as well as the Upper Room bookstore website, so be sure to look for that. Now, Kristen lives in Atlanta with her husband and her 12-year-old son, so she's a busy lady. But she has a most amazing ministry using prayer beads, Christian prayer beads. And that's what she's going to be talking to you about today, but particularly this month. She's going to focus in, for those of you who do have problems in quiet spaces, getting past some of the things that you might have experienced in your life, hurts and fears and things that just hold us back from God. Getting past those in your quiet spaces by using the prayer beads. So I know you're going to have a wonderful month with Kristen, and I really think you're going to enjoy yourself.
Thanks, Pat. You know, sometimes our wounds make it hard to enjoy the quiet spaces with God. We may have questions, feelings, or memories that make it difficult to trust God and feel safe to sit quietly with God. We have trouble sharing these questions and feelings either because we don't know how to, or because we worry about God's response. I believe prayer beads can help with this. Prayer beads can serve as an aid in our time with God. Often, our minds are filled with competing thoughts and images that make it hard to sit with God and listen for God's words of comfort and healing. When we're praying and our mind wanders, the feel of the beads between our fingers can help us refocus. When we're anxious or depressed, the beads can remind us that God is as close as the beads in our hands, wanting to offer comfort. And when we don't know how to lift up the concerns of our hearts, the beads can form a path for us to follow as we use each bead to share a question or feeling and then listen for God's response. This month, we'll consider how beads can be used as a useful prayer tool, particularly when we are struggling in our quiet time with God. We'll start by reflecting on the questions, fears, or wounds we need to share with God. Then we'll think about what we need to feel safe and confident in bringing these issues before God. We'll look at ways to use prayer beads to share our needs with God. Lastly, we'll discuss how gratitude can help us recognize God's constant presence in our lives, so that when questions and pain do arise, we are confident that God is with us, knowing that we can trust in God's comfort and healing. If you have a set of prayer beads to use, I invite you to use them with this month's content. If you don't, you can make a set of prayer beads, use a piece of jewelry with beads, or even pick up a few pebbles. No matter what you use, I assure you that when you take time to lift up your pain to God, you will always hear God's response of deep love and comfort. I look forward to spending this month with you.
Thanks, Kristen. I know we're going to have a wonderful month with you. And if you'd like to know more about Kristen's ministry with prayer beads, just go to theprayerworkstudio.com and you'll find everything you need right there.